what is the appropriate time expectation for a Snowplow like real-time application? And, what are the different categories?
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Historical versus real time. Now, Snowplow can deliver events in seconds to its destination, and we see a lot of people. However, we see a lot of people computing historical or backwards-facing analytics on it. They're feeding the data to machine learning models. They're building reporting and analytics on things that happened, today, yesterday, last month, last year. And they can do those pretty quickly, but you're looking backwards.
Mm.
How many users were on my website or mobile app the last year, the last quarter? How does that compare? Snowplow has great tooling and modeling that can make these building these apps very easy, and they're hard to do on other platforms.
Mm.
But since we're talking about real time, we want to react in the moment to the data that comes in. Historically, the data can be batched up, and you feed it to your model, and you compute it, over a period of time, and you train your model. But in real time, you got to act in the moment.
Right.
So when we talk about real time with Snowplow, there's really two types of real time applications. There's real time analytics, which is, I think, the simpler of the two cases. It's like what's happening now. Who are the users on my websites right now within the last few minutes? It's important to be accurate to that time frame that's happening right now. You're not looking, months or hours back.
Right.
A lot of our users, a lot of our customers have real-time analytic applications, and like I said, Snowplow makes those pretty easy to build.
Mm.
A more complex scenario is looking at the events as they come in and reacting to them. So real-time decisioning. Real-time decisioning is very powerful in that you can create hyper-personalized actions on a per-user basis. The next best action for the engagement with the user, perhaps you're personalizing an offer. An offer for me might be different than an offer for you, Adriana, when you're interacting with one of these platforms. It could, if you're browsing a Condé Nast, for example, the next page recommended for you might be different based on your browsing history than what I'm looking at. I'll be going to the Caribbean next month, so you need to make those personalized decisions in a very timely manner. You can't make a decision after the person's left the platform, after the session's over, after they've gone home for the day. You got to make it in the moment. And the moment is the session life, minutes, seconds, while you've got the person on the platform.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that, in packaged solutions or, take Google Analytics, for instance,
Right.
I get the most frustrated when it's, even a 24-hour lag or 48-hour lag from that data. And sometimes, for our SDRs, we want them to be actioning on things within the minute, within a few minutes. So having that data, as real time as possible is something that I always am looking at as well.